Charbel El Haj, Chief Executive Officer of Sea Consulting, returned to the Commission to continue giving evidence in relation to a transaction for a plot of land he claimed was allocated to him by the Banjul City Council without providing proper documentation.
The General Council has agreed to enable you to have access to plot of land at the above site, measuring 100 by 100. We look forward to the preparation of the agreement. So they did not allocate you a land.
But from my understanding, the letter was clear that they had approved for the allocation of the land.
This letter did not allocate you a plot of land, 100 by 100. You will agree with that?
I beg to differ, Mr. Gomez, because I understood from that letter that the land was allocated.
A formal letter or an agreement to sell doesn't amount to a sale, because it can be breached anytime.
The second witness to appear before commissioners was Mamadou Korka Jallo of Studied Overseas Limited. Jallo's testimony also revolved around a land transaction.
Your payment for this land, at some point you did not complete payment.
Correct.
Can you tell us why?
Because I started hearing information that there's an embargo, there's that, and I said, well, before I put more of my money in there and maybe have a problem to recover it again in case of losing the place, I said, no, I'm not going to pay no more until the dust is settled.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, how much did you pay in total?
I think it's 1.3 I paid, or 1.4, something like that.
Yes, 1.3 million.
Then came the former Chief Executive Officer of Banjul City Council, who was asked to shed light on sums of money he allegedly received, but were not reflected in Council's book.
We noted the Council's Deputy Director of Finance withdrew a total amount of $1,536,590 from the Council's O2 account, domiciled at Trust Bank. These withdrawals were not accounted for in the Council's cash book. The accounting officers did not provide any evidence of or support in documents for these withdrawals. And there was no bank reconciliation. Now, for instance, 8th of January 2021, you have a check paid to Mohamed Cham for an amount of $149,300, and there were 10 checks altogether, which will give you a total of $1,536,590. Did you look into this matter as CEO?
You mean then when the report came out?
Yes.
Yes, we looked at it, and then Jam's side of the story was that some of those payments that were made in his name.
Some of those were?
Some of the payments that were made in his name were for things like salaries, wages, pensions.
Right. You were CEO and you authorized all these payments?
Yes.
Okay. There would have been vouchers for this?
Yes.
We will need all the supported documents for this payment.
Yeah.
The Commission will take a weekend break and resume sittings on Monday. Aissatou M. Jane for GRTS News.